Hey folks, Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video with Impact Wrestling. You join us for another edition of Impact Wrestling on Access TV on the road to Against All Odds. Not much happened in the 2 weeks between tapings. Might be a signing or two again appearing in the not too distant future. But until then, let's crack on with our next taping of television. Let's do it. So we're back at the Orpheum. And we start the show with a very strong opening promo, so that's going to really help our show rating overall. And it starts off with an argument between EC3, just basically saying how Jeff Hardy's just a constant foreign in his way. He wants to become a future Impact World Champion. Jeff Hardy says, keep moaning and complaining, it's time you just shut up and fight. And then maybe if you beat Jeff Hardy, you'll be considered to become the next Impact World Champion. Ace Austin comes out and says, guys, you can argue all you want, I'm going to be Impact Champion for a long time, and let's be honest, now they used to are on my level. And that finishes with Mark Cardona saying, if for someone that's on your level or even a wee bit better, it's a man that's always ready, and that is Mark Cardona. He wants to take back that Impact World Championship. And we have it confirmed by our announcers. Our main event for this evening, simple tag match made here, is going to be the team of EC3 and Ace Austin versus Jeff Hardy and Mark Cardona. So a simple way to hopefully get a good rating in the main event with a 67 opening segment. We start off with some knockouts action. It was about that had subpar wrestling and little heat as Hiroyo Matsumoto defeats Kira Hogan in 750 with a backdrop drop driver. So many butchering words there. A 35 overall as we continue to just really accustom Matsumoto to the American audience. We don't want her just coming in straight away and beating people over. You know, she has taken her make her way up, and that's a good start. Then the promo in the Knockouts division from Taya Valkyrie and Thea Trinidad, and they just basically continue on from what they said the last time. It's going to be the most dominant tandem in professional wrestling, and Thea just says there's no one that can even get on to Taya's level to take that Knockouts championship down the line. So that's a 59. We then had some action debuting one of our new luchadors, which is Ultimo Vampiro, who was off his game unfortunately, but we had a decent reaction in this one, subpar wrestling, and Phoenix defeats him in 640 with a Meteora. I was hoping this would be a good mesh of styles here to properly get Vampiro over with our US audience. 46, he debuts a vampiric gimmick, and yes, it's not too bad. As I say, it is just getting the character on television. Obviously he's young, I think he's only like 25, so plenty of time to develop before he gets into proper feuds down the line. Then we have a backstage segment which sees Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver and Alex Reynolds of a Dark Order, just really saying that their arrival into Impact Wrestling has not quite went how their All Elite Wrestling days are going. So kind of thinking, is it something they need to change? They're just really starting to get a game plan here. Whether we see something from them going forward, it's going to be up to them. But I've used them as enhancement talents because we haven't been able to sign them permanently. But maybe we start to put some faith in the Dark Order, and that was a 38 rated segment. Then had some tag team action with a decent matchup, a rematch from the last pay-per-view Lockdown, and the North defeat Decay in 8:14 when Ethan Page pinned Pavel Kirkin with a spinning facebuster. A 45, a simple matchup again of getting the North some more momentum and just establishing Pavel Kirkin on Spanish television, on American TV. So 45, making the North look strong after their actions last week. We have a promo from Absolute Ricky Starks, and he says there's no one in this company that can even touch him in this X division. He's going to make a muggery of this Suicide character, and he is going to just show how good he in AEW is. So that's a 52. So naturally, in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Suicide defeats Ricky Starks in 12:16 by pinfall. A 46 here, I felt it was a good opportunity to get some more overness onto Suicide, and Ricky Starks putting over a talent from our company going forward. Then backstage we have an absolute just brawl that's taking place. Alex Shelley has tracked down Chris Sabin, and they are not finished by any means. They are absolutely destroying each other before our team of road agents and staff managed to pull them apart. So 41 as we continue that feud on. We move on and we see EC3 on his cell phone talking to someone. He says, good, so you think you'll be able to make it for against all odds, and all we hear in the background is like, yeah. So EC3's delighted. He feels that this person could help them take out Jeff Hardy at against all odds. So a 53 for that. We then had a decent matchup in the Knockouts division as Jordan Grace defeats Kimberly in 7:33 with the fall from Grace. A 44 here, very acceptable. Two fairly good knockouts, it must be said, with Jordan Grace continuing to gain some momentum. She cuts a promo after the matchup and she says she's going to be the one that stepped forward to face Taya Valkyrie, in case she believes she's got the ability to defeat her. So 39 for that promo, and we can book in Jordan Grace and Taya Valkyrie for the Knockouts Championship at against all odds. We then had a decent matchup that saw Moose defeat Hernandez in 8:01 with the Game Breaker. This was a 46. Again, just making Moose look absolutely dominant with his 54 rated performance. He cuts a promo after the match, a very solid one it must be said, with a 60. He just says, "It's another big man taken down in Impact Wrestling. There's no one even close to my size that can even offer me a threat." And as I said, there was one or two people that had been approached to sign with Impact Wrestling, one of which is about to debut now. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling, Luchasaurus. So Luchasaurus debuts his Luchasaurus gimmick, which get an initial rating of great. He basically says, "No one big enough than you. I'm about the same size as you, if not bigger. There's no way, Moose, you can defeat me." So this is a bit different from our normal deals, as Luchasaurus was officially released by AEW with his contract expiry. We brought him in as a handshake deal, again, former Impact talent anyway. So the Luchasaurus and the Moose are going to have a little bit of a feud going forward, and that was a 49 rated segment. We then get a little segment backstage. EC3, Ace Austin, Madman Fulton, all getting on the same page. EC3 says, well, he does want that championship. He knows if he's going to get it, Jeff Hardy and Matt Cardona have to be the two that get out of the way. So a three-way ploy to try and take the two of them out gives us a 54. And that matchup, despite the issues, delivers, I would say. So about had great heat and good wrestling. Jeff Hardy and Matt Cardona defeat EC3 and Ace Austin in 12:09 when Jeff pinned EC3 with a Swanton Bomb. Jeff with the best in-ring performance on a 68. Ace Austin off his game, and him and EC3 had no chemistry, so Ace's performance was way down. But I think, all things considered, that's not too bad. A 68 there. The babyfaces get some more momentum, and you really wonder, is Ace Austin going to lose that championship already? But Jeff gets the one up on EC3 to finish the show, and we know that EC3 and Ace can't team going forward. So we finish up with a 59. That increases our popularity in 34 regions, but our show did appear worse because of the production values. So I hope you enjoyed that one. As I say, it does add a little couple of matches to the card, but next week we'll hear from the likes of FTR, and we may hear from Enzo and Kaz following their attack a few weeks ago, now by the North. So thanks for tuning in. I'll go and book this final taping, and hopefully I'll see you for that episode in a few days' time. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.